There's never been something like this in my time, so please be extremely careful downstream.
South Africa and Botswana are drowning under relentless floods, roads swallowed, homes destroyed, and entire cities in crisis. Cars are submerged and even swept away by the rising waters. Emergency teams are overwhelmed, but one hero refused to stand by. Olympic champion Letzel Tebogo braved the floods, using his truck to rescue stranded drivers and pull submerged vehicles to safety. With more rain on the way, the question is, how much worse will it get? On February 19th and 2025, extreme weather triggered devastating floods in parts of South Africa and Botswana, causing chaos, destruction, and widespread disruptions. With roads washed away, power outages stretching across regions, and emergency teams struggling to keep up, millions are being forced to navigate through an ongoing crisis. But how did this happen? And could it get even worse? Let's start with South Africa, where relentless rainfall has left several provinces in a state of emergency. Since mid-February, South Africa has been hit by continuous heavy rains, resulting in severe flooding across multiple areas. Some of the worst affected locations include Hammanskraal, Centurion, Pretoria, Tshwane in Gauteng, Amanzimtoti and Durban in KwaZulu-Natal, and Middelburg in Mpumalanga. In Tshwane, roads became impassable, forcing authorities to impose major closures. The city of Tshwane warned residents to avoid driving through flooded roads and low-lying bridges as water levels continued to rise. The impact wasn't just on transportation. Electricity supply has been disrupted across most of Tshwane's 7 regions, leaving thousands without power. Repair crews, already overwhelmed by the scale of the damage, have been unable to work under the stormy conditions. Even essential repairs, like welding burst pipes, had to be postponed due to safety risks. The South African Weather Service, SAWS, issued an orange level 6 warning for Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, predicting continued heavy rainfall of up to 100 millimeters. Officials warned of potential life-threatening floods affecting roads, settlements, and infrastructure. With more storms expected until February 20th, authorities urged the public to stay on high alert. Meanwhile, in Botswana, a terrifying scene was unfolding. The capital city of Gaborone has been devastated by record-breaking floods. Days of non-stop rainfall overwhelmed the city's drainage system, turning roads into rivers and parking lots into lakes. Rivers overflowed, cutting off entire neighborhoods and forcing the Ministry of Education to shut down all schools until at least February 24th. The situation took a dramatic turn when a major flood suddenly hit the Sigotetshain River near Malipo Crossing Mall, submerging roads and sweeping away vehicles. The western bypass near ZCC was completely shut down after being swallowed by floodwaters. Videos captured by locals show cars being dragged away by strong currents, with drivers and passengers desperately trying to escape. Hundreds of vehicles were left submerged, causing millions in damages. The flooding didn't just disrupt traffic, it also impacted key infrastructure. Roads, bridges, and buildings suffered severe damage, while power and water supplies were cut off in many areas. The Botswana police, led by traffic head Payne Seti, confirmed multiple road closures, urging drivers to avoid risky areas. Parents were also advised to check on their children, as many schools had sent students home before the flooding reached its peak.
The level of water is increasing. It's raining again. This is not even a bridge, but a road.
Beyond the physical destruction, both South Africa and Botswana now face a looming health crisis. Contaminated floodwaters can spread diseases like cholera, diarrhea, and skin infections. Many displaced residents have been forced into temporary shelters, where overcrowding and poor sanitation increase the risk of illness. In response, humanitarian teams, alongside government agencies, have been working to provide emergency relief, evacuate those in danger, and distribute essential supplies like food, clean water, and medical aid. However, the scale of the disaster is making it difficult to reach everyone in need. Unexpected hero. In the midst of all this chaos, one act of bravery stood out. Olympic 200-meter champion Letsile Tebogo didn't just watch the disaster unfold, he jumped into action. Using his own truck, the 21-year-old athlete was seen maneuvering through the flooded streets of Gaborone, helping to rescue stranded drivers and pull submerged vehicles to safety. Videos of his heroic efforts quickly went viral, with social media users hailing him as the people's champion. His actions reminded everyone that in times of crisis, every effort counts. Meanwhile, South African authorities continue to monitor the situation closely, with emergency teams on standby as they brace for more storms. The government has emphasized the need to strengthen drainage infrastructure and improve disaster preparedness to prevent future flooding catastrophes. The floods in South Africa and Botswana serve as a stark reminder of how vulnerable cities can be to extreme weather events. From overwhelmed emergency services to damaged infrastructure and growing health risks, the crisis is far from over. But amid the devastation, stories of resilience and heroism continue to emerge. Whether it's rescue workers risking their lives, communities coming together, or even an Olympic champion stepping in to help, these moments remind us that humanity shines brightest in the darkest times. As the heavy rains continue, one thing is clear: these countries are fighting not just against the floods, but for a future where disasters like this won't leave them underwater. What do you think about these disasters and the heroic action by the Letsile Tebogo? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like the video. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay aware.